Day 1 of ADHD meds. I took my first dose about 10 minutes ago. I'm taking Medicanet extended release, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'm about an hour in now, and I have never felt this calm, and my thoughts have never felt this organised, ever. Everything just feels manageable, and yeah, I just feel peaceful, which is a weird feeling for me because I've never felt that way. I'm about an hour and a half in now, and I almost feel a little sleepy, but still quite focused and alert. It's really weird how not moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour my brain is. So just checking in around 2 hours in. It's a really strange sensation because my head just feels so clear and focused, and I've never felt this way. I've never been able to focus like this. One interesting thing that's standing out to me is that my energy drink consumption has dropped right down even on day 1. Don't know if that'll last, but it'll be interesting to see. So we're now coming up on almost 4 hours since the start of all this, and something really weird is happening. Normally, if someone asks me to do something or I realise I need to do something, I will postpone it. But actually, I'm just getting on with it. And yeah, it's weird. I'm just doing things when I first think of them or told about them rather than procrastinating. By the way, if you're as sick of this med shortage as I am, please do go to the link in my bio to do something about it. So we're around 6 hours from my first dose, and my appetite's back. I'm going to have to watch that because I feel really quite hungry. And I still feel quite calm, quite collected, quite focused. And I didn't forget that I was doing this video, which shows it's doing something. But yeah, I'll check in again before. So I think I'll end this first video here, and we'll do another one tomorrow. And I'm off to London for an autistic pride event. Day 2 on ADHD medication, and I'm just getting the train to London. Still got like 15 minutes to wait for my train. I hate waiting. So I have arrived in London, and the journey from Brighton to London was much easier than I expected. Normally I get quite fidgety and stressed having to sit still for so long, but no, I just listened to music and focused on that. It was so much easier. Anyway, now on to the underground.
The next station is St James's Park.
This train is so noisy. Tower of London, just casually chilling there. So the train line I needed on the underground is closed. So now I need to walk across Tower Bridge, get to a different station. I'm running quite late and I'm not even that stressed about it. Almost in Woolwich. I am already 20 minutes late, but I'm not too stressed about it. So off the train, walking to the venue. Not much longer now, and despite the delays, this journey's been fairly easy. I have arrived, my books are on the table, so I'm here and I found an awesome Charlie. If you don't follow her already, you definitely should. Selling my books. Event over, books sold, and now heading home. I did also give a talk, which you can find in a different video.
This is the District Line.
I've made it across London and about to get on my last train home. I'm quite pleased with how I've handled this. Definitely better than I would have done before the ADHD meds. I am back in Brighton. I am in Brighton train station, and I am going to head straight home. It's been a long day. I'm going to stop here, and yeah, the ADHD meds made dealing with London a lot easier, so that was good. Didn't raise my anxiety or anything as well, which was something I was worried about. So yeah, all in all, a good day too. Day 3 has been a less exciting day on these ADHD meds because I had to go to the hospital. I have something called supraorbital cellulitis. Basically, my eye is real messed up. You can't really see it on here. It looks way worse in person. The good news is that I handled the hospital relatively well. I hate hospitals, do not like them, don't like getting medical care. In fact, you can almost say I have a phobia of doctors. But I just did it, and that was something that I probably wouldn't have done before. And maybe not all of this is because of the ADHD meds, but overall, what I'm finding is that ADHD medication is making things that were previously not possible somewhat doable. And I'm not even at the target dose yet, so maybe things will get better. But yeah, that's why I've not done like a whole thing of the day, because what people get weird about people standing in hospital waiting rooms recording themselves, and I'm already there as the autistic and schizophrenic guy. I don't want to freak them out. Day 4 on ADHD meds. Today I had a pretty back-to-back work day with just one meeting after another. Obviously I'm not on my target dose yet, so I still have some significant struggles. What I will say is that usually at the end of a day like this, I feel overwhelmed and stressed beyond belief. But actually, today felt quite manageable, and I'm not all that stressed. I think there was this realization that when I'm working, I'm kind of in a hypervigilant state, and today that wasn't the case. I felt quite level-headed and more focused. It was a manageable day. I'm interested to see how these days progress once I reach my target dose. Couple of tricky parts was that, first of all, I didn't finish work till 8 p.m. and the medication was starting to wear off by then. Could have done with an extra couple of hours, to be honest. Also, about halfway through the day, I was overcome with this very drowsy feeling. So I think that's something to be aware of, because I've heard a lot of ADHD people tell me that the meds make them drowsy. All in all, I'm quite happy with how this is going so far. I know a lot of people have been commenting on here very much against ADHD meds, but I think it's important that they're an option for people. I didn't come to the decision to take them lightly. You know, they were pretty much a last resort for me. So yeah, all in all, a good day. So, day 5 of ADHD medication. One of the things that I'm definitely going to have to address is that even on the extended release, it doesn't last my entire workday. That last couple of hours, I'm becoming pretty unfocused and fidgety, and kind of feeling like I did before I started the meds. So far, I can't say I've noticed too much of a impact on my sleep. I'm not a great sleeper anyway, so I haven't really noticed much of a difference so far. A lot of people are reaching out to me about my experience with the medication, trying to work out if it's a choice that would be right for them. You know, I think it's something you have to discuss with a medical professional for starters, although I appreciate that can be problematic for a whole load of reasons. While the past 5 days have been quite a profound difference for me, I'm not at my target dose yet. You know, I still need to increase the dose because technically the one I'm on at the moment is a subclinical dose. So I don't mind people reaching out to me about my experience, but remember that, you know, so far it's limited. It could go either way. I could put the dose up and discover it's completely wrong for me. And I think this is one of the frustrating things about this kind of thing, is that it is a trial and error approach. You know, you can't say with any certainty that something will work until you've tried it. I know for me, I tried a lot of things before I tried this, but overall I'm quite glad so far that I have tried it. Day 6 of ADHD medication. Today was a day with a lot of childcare, and the childcare was more manageable. I felt a lot more focused. It's not perfect, but again, not at the target dose yet, so we'll see if that improves as the dose goes up a bit. The main challenge I'm having is that the effects of the medication wears off just a few hours earlier than I want it to. Meaning that I start to revert back to my usual ADHD issues right in the middle of my day. Well, not the middle, sort of 2-3 hours from the end of the intense part. I have left a message from my psychiatrist highlighting this, and yeah, you know, we'll see what he says. Day after tomorrow, my dose goes from 10 milligrams to 20 milligrams. See if that makes a difference. I've been quite pleased with how this past 6 days have gone. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but it has been quite an eye-opening experience, and it's making me realise that perhaps my ADHD traits were more disabling than my autistic traits. And so that's definitely something for me to consider in the future. Tomorrow I'm back off to London because we are doing a thing outside the Care Quality Commission regarding CAMS and them not supporting autistic children and young people. We've also been invited to meet with them to deliver the CAMS reports to them, and yeah, hopefully all of this will start to have an impact on the things that I've been campaigning for. But yeah, we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Day 7 of ADHD medication. Feeling pretty together, and I'm off to London again because we are protesting outside the CQC, that's the Care Quality Commission, regarding their failure to support autistic children. On my first train, got to stop off at Brighton because I didn't stay at home last night, and yeah, pick up my ticket to London. It's absolutely roasting. You can probably see how much I'm sweating. It's like 30 degrees Celsius out there. There's no aircon on this train. On the next train, which will take me to London Victoria, is delayed, as can be expected with public transport, but I'll be there soon. I've arrived at London Victoria. It is hot, it's loud, and I am a little bit anxious. Here at the protest, security keep complaining that we're here. Here's a sign, And here's Emma. Emma, what are we doing here today?
Hello, we are here protesting child and adolescent mental health services. We are outside the Care Quality building. If you want to turn it around a bit so you can show the building. Hello. Yep, so someone has come out and was very pleasant. We had a security guard come out that was quite rude. But they have offered us a face-to-face meeting on August the 16th to hand in the reports and the list of people felled by cams, so that's nice at least. What would be even better is if they actually did something on it.
Absolutely, and we may be a bit small in number today, but we're large in spirit, so keep tuned. Walking back from the protest, and, yeah, not loads of us, but it was still good. And we'll be back on August 16th to have a meeting with the CQC.
Find the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Mansion House.
At Victoria Station, apparently they have replaced Burger King with a Lush outlet, so it seems I will be eating soap. Also, half-hour wait for my train. Not thrilled. It's one of the busiest stations in London. I want to be at home.
For any of you travelling on a first class ticket, and there are 4 toilets located throughout. So we'll now be passing through. The next stop in around 10 minutes time will be Haywards Heath.
Just waiting for the taxi home. I am absolutely exhausted, and it turns out ADHD meds really don't mix well with heat. So it's been a long day, a hot day. It was over 30 degrees. And the two things that stood out to me were the weird bout of anxiety I had on the way to London, and being even more sensitive to the heat than I am usually, and I don't cope with heat well anyway. I think these are things I will have to keep an eye on over time to see if it's manageable. And yeah, anyway, my dose increases to 20 milligrams tomorrow, so I'll let you know how that goes.